Have you ever heard that you only get what you give? I'm sure you have, and that's the reason why you try to be a good person, improve yourself in every regard, and become the best version of yourself. Indeed, as a man, there's nothing else you can do to be successful and get girls unless you want to pump and dump like Chad. In contrast, modern women just don't get that life is about a fair exchange of value. So they think that being hot is enough to be loved and enjoy the privilege of a top-tier man. In reality, being hot as hell might land them some bad boys or, in the best case, high-value men who will hardly stay monogamous. Just like these chicks ride the D carousel during their prime, men during their prime tend to exercise lots of options and will not settle down right away. Plus, instead of falling in love, which is a huge mistake, they choose to protect themselves from gold diggers.
Millions.
Mills, shit. Okay.
Minimum 6 figures, no matter what the situation is.
We have an expensive lifestyle.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I totally understand. We got to get good skincare routine, you know, the whole 9 yards.
100,000. 120K. 80K and maybe 120.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say 80 to 150. Over 100K. Once you get to a certain age, I don't know, I'm also kind of a gold digger, so.
She admitted she's a gold digger, but anyway, you get what modern women are all about. If you don't make quote-unquote enough money, you're automatically discarded. But they will probably come back when they realize that money isn't everything and the wall has no mercy. In today's video, guys, you'll get to know about modern women's search for money, why they're exceptionally materialistic, and what men are doing about this. Stick around because I'm sure you're going to love this one. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Black Ocean. He said, "I've noticed a lot of these women will project their flaws onto a man and expect him to change things about himself when she won't change anything about herself. She will leave 50 relationships before she takes into account that she just might be the problem." Well noted. Most of these women lack something men are taught very quickly, and if they're not, well, they're screwed, and it's called accountability. And it's why most of these women are struggling to keep a relationship. And quite frankly, that'll probably never change. But either way, don't forget to reach out to us via email to claim your $5 for that comment of the day. As usual, guys, I'll pick one from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me, so don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. And now, back to the video, guys. Embrace your masculinity. Now, let's compare to see how crazy the double standards are. As a man who goes to the gym a lot and works hard to improve his physique, you've got the right to desire a woman who is fit as well. If you are friendly, you've got the right to desire a woman who is friendly as well. The bottom line is that you improve yourself too much to just accept the breadcrumbs of a chick. However, a woman with a few extra pounds feels entitled to a jacked dude, and even worse, a woman with a bad attitude wants a gentleman. Make it make sense, especially when these same women preach the gospel of equality and fairness. As for the money, men don't really care and even prefer if the woman makes less. Then, men go out there and find women who look good, but these girls just care about the man's money, car, apartment, and all in all, worldly possessions. However, they dared to say that they need no man.
We talk oftentimes about this, I don't need a man philosophy. I don't need a man, I don't need a man. That's been indoctrinated into young women. The reason for that is that in many cases, men have been reduced to a wallet. So women are having these conversations about men and they're saying, well, I have a job, I have financial stability, so I don't need a man for that. And what they're forgetting about is all of the other things that guys bring to the table. They're forgetting about, that shoulder to cry on. They're forgetting about that sense of union when times get tough. They're forgetting about someone, starts breaking into your home and you don't want to handle that situation. You want your protector guy to handle that situation. Let's be honest. They're forgetting about, well, I'm going to want kids and I'm going to want my kid to have a father A real father, and remember, women and men bring different things to the table. Dads and moms bring different things to the table. So a mom can't be a dad. A dad can't be a mom. It is different.
Modern women might say they don't need a man in terms of finances, which is, of course, a lie, but they need men whether they like it or not. The problem is that deep down, they know they do need men, but only want guys who make a certain amount of money. These chicks are not thinking of bringing something valuable to the table in exchange for the security men provide. They're just thinking of exploiting men financially by, buying cosmetics and Gucci bags they don't really need, and a whole bunch of things that men don't care about. The thing is that modern women are selfish, so their real philosophy is just me, myself, and I, so men are just the means to achieve their materialistic goals. As a man who has worked a lot to get your current position, no wonder why you prefer singlehood over dating one of these women. Not only are they all about money, but they bring nothing of value to your life. Are they inspirational? Are they agreeable? Heck, are they even willing to make your life easier by cooking you some delicious meals, or rather telling you to make some instant ramen on your own? Looks like asking for these simple traits in a woman is too much. Again, men's shift towards singlehood is nothing but the best option available.
What is the lowest you would go, though?
500,000.
What?
I could have a nice settled life with a 200,000 a year,
Okay.
normal, great, yeah.
Either these women don't know how hard it is to make that sort of money, or if they do, they'd better accept that the kind of man they want is a rare species. Most girls out there have been raised as if they were princesses with everything served on a silver platter, so they think that money comes out of thin air and a six-figure salary is the minimum wage. Well, if these chicks are all about money, they can go marry a central banker, but that's another story. What men want is simple. More on that in a second, but women are gold diggers and will never settle for a guy below their level even if they make tons of money. To make my point clear, let's take a look at this article titled, "Why All Women Are Greedy Gold Diggers," and by the way, the author is a woman. She says, "Someone once said that all women are gold diggers. It doesn't matter our social status or line of work. We are all gold diggers. I was thinking about it and realized it is kind of true. No, it's not kind of true, it's just the raw truth. The independent woman is a myth. Here's why. Even high-rolling career women are looking for rich men to marry. Take me, for instance. I think I'm doing pretty well for myself financially. I'm not exactly rolling in dough, but I get by fine on my own. However, I'm still hoping that a stinking rich man who will fly me off to exotic locations and ply me with champagne will sweep me off my feet. I know for a fact that even if I was living in the lap of luxury, I would still want to marry a rich man." These women are all about money and the things money can buy, including over-the-top trips to Dubai, the Maldives, and whatever exotic destination they think of. I mean, it's fair if a woman wants a protector or provider and whatnot, but just having a big ass and titties and some bedroom skills is not enough to retain the kind of men they want. As this woman says, what men want is really simple.
All guys really want in a girl is for them to be quiet, make food, and have a fat ass.
Jokes aside, men do want modest women, and if they make food, that's a big ass plus. No pun intended. Let's keep reading the article. Rapper Lil Kim said it best. "Why spend mine when I can spend yours?" There are so many women out there trying to pass themselves off as independent women who don't want or need the financial support of a man, but they will never look twice at a struggling up-and-coming bloke or an unemployed one. They know very well that they are all hell-bent on snagging a rich man, but they will never admit that they are gold diggers. When you think of a gold digger, you think of uneducated and unemployed young women or struggling college girls. You don't think of the corporate woman earning a decent living. Every woman, no matter how much money she makes, subconsciously sizes up a man by his net worth. A long time ago, it was only the woman who couldn't earn money that aimed to marry into money. Hypergamy is natural, but getting out of control. Men are seen as wallets, and society thinks that's fine. But when men see women as gold diggers or just temporary pleasure, that's unacceptable. Men are finally waking up and not letting women use them. Your money takes time to earn, and these women ain't getting none of it unless they bring something to the table, which will just not happen anytime soon. Stay strong, guys. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you will get $5. Stay tuned because this is far from over. And don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comment section below.